Hi, I'm Colin Lamb. A while back, I started following an account on Instagram that shared content implying the existence of various conspiracies within the music and entertainment business. The posts were innocuous at first glance, and the name of the account itself was You Won't Believe Me Official, so I assumed there was some tongue in cheek going on. The topics covered on the page ranged from Kobe Bryant maybe being murdered by Big Pharma allegedly, to Celine Dion appearing in commercials with evil imagery, to The Simpsons predicting blah, 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 blah. But as time went on, I noticed that more and more of the posts and reels heavily insinuated that many of today's popular musicians were engaging in deals with the devil to attain success, fame, and wealth. Furthermore, the author of the posts and the ensuing comments often alluded to the possibility that these deals were being facilitated by the music business and certain shadowy organizations. Now look, I need something to do while I crap. We all need something to do while we crap. For a while, this stuff made me laugh, and maybe it even made me feel better about my own life, especially the comments. No matter how far-fetched the original posts are, the comments are on another level. There are people who genuinely believe that the music industry is run by evil business overlords who force artists to participate in satanic, occult humiliation rituals in exchange for their success and fame. The prevailing belief is that often these rituals provide the music industry overlords with leverage to blackmail the artists and keep them in line, or are a direct exchange for their elevation to stardom. I do not doubt for 1 minute that there are horrible, greedy people in executive positions within the music business. They've always been there. This is in no way unique to the music business. But is it just plain old greed and a lack of morality, or is there something more insidious afoot? Life is tedious at times for most of us. We aren't famous, and no one cares who we're dating. Agent Mulder had a famous UFO poster hung on his office wall that said, "I want to believe." I think we all want to believe in unseen forces and the possibility of the fantastic on some level. It makes life richer, for better or for worse. For example, I don't believe that the Loch Ness Monster exists, but I'm open to the idea that it could possibly exist. However, my life will not change in any way until some kilted Scotsman harpoons that greasy bastard and flops its lifeless body onto the lakeshore, saying, "There you go, laddie. There she is. I fucking told you so." It's not harmful to entertain a little nonsense from time to time, and if it helps pass a mundane moment here and there, I'm all for it. The person making this content is working hard and is clearly passionate about the topics they cover, and I'll never begrudge somebody for working hard and pursuing their passion. I'm not a religious person, although I have felt the presence of profound beauty in the natural world and in the expressions of those I love and care for. I may not be able to define my spirituality, but I don't have to because it's personal. It's interesting to note that this account has also shared sponsored posts in the past from, quote, faith-based companies, and it's logical to assume that if the author and the audience believe in the devil, they believe in a god. So this content is definitely faith-biased in my opinion, which is fine as long as we accept it as bias, because most people around the world do not share a universal faith-based ideology. Most of the faith-based social media I come across in my feed is overwhelmingly critical and unusually angry. Anger and provocation are engaging, and for whatever reason, these people always seem to be angry. I guess this is just a reflection of the click-based world we live in, and I'm sure there are faith-based creators making positive content, I just don't see it in my feed. A good amount of the content from the page lately focuses on showing the current abundance of satanic and occult imagery being used in the hip-hop world in both lyrics and on-stage productions. Frankly, this is nothing new in the music world. Have bands ever embraced the darker stylings of the occult and used the shock value of frightening fashion? 2 words: Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath originated in the heavily industrialized and polluted city of Birmingham, England in the late 1960s. Their music employed minor pentatonic breakdowns and blues solos that evoked an ominous groove. The lyrics often explored the darker side of spirituality and the human condition. The band has stated that when everyone else was singing about peace and love, they sang about, quote, the other side of life. Their greatest hits record is also entitled, We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. Ozzy Osbourne once allegedly bit the head off of a flying mammal. He may have allegedly done it several times, but now look at him, a peacefully retired English gentleman. Is this imagery harmful? Are the throngs of worshipping fans being demented by these compromised artists and their music? Here's a picture of me in the early 2000s. I'm saddened to report that Satan has yet to offer me a record deal. Even if there are fans and artists who believe in all of this, I wouldn't discount the possibility that it's all much shallower than any grand conspiracy. Take God and the devil out of the equation, and it's obvious that there are many people who would do much worse than getting 666 tattooed across their faces to achieve their dreams. Sadly, our time is plagued with self-importance and an insatiable thirst for wealth and fame. These impulses are mathematically fed to us via social media algorithms, never mind the terrible music of plastic artists. Far too often our celebrities become a twisted reflection of the false idols we worship, and for many the idea that our own success is controlled by evil overlords is simply easier to accept than a personal lack of skill and ambition. So maybe the music business is controlled by evil overlords, and some of our favorite artists are compromised by their unscrupulous lust for wealth and fame. Maybe some people can't imagine a world in which accomplishment and accolades are possible without said compromise. But frankly, sign me up here. I need some of that devil money. I've got mouths to feed, and whatever Bieber did, I will do double.
Hail Santa, Dominus, delivery.